Well, if you take a look at reports by Human Rights Watch, Claire, you'll see that they say that the time in office of Pierre Nkurunziza can best be described as one of ruthless repression, which, for a man who was seen as bringing hope to Burundi back in 2005 when he first became president, is not a particularly good way to end the presidency, also with his untimely death earlier this week. Now, if you look back at the last 15 years in power by Pierre Nkurunziza, he came to power after the civil war in Burundi, which left 300,000 people dead. That was a civil war between the Hutus and the Tutsis, the majority Hutus, the minority Tutsis. He himself was a Hutu, so when he came to power in 2005, it was hoped was going to reunite the country. And he even won 7 international awards for his efforts to try to reunite Burundi. But it all sort of took a nosedive in 2015 when he announced that at the end of his second term, he was going to seek a third term, which was something he was not allowed to do under the Burundi constitution. He was going to hold a referendum to change that constitution to stay in power. That led to widespread protests around the country. 1,200 people are reported to have been killed, and up to 400,000 fled Burundi. That's between 3 and 4% of the population, just to get away from the violence that was taking place. Now, since then, the situation has calmed down in the country, but the United Nations has indicated that it knows that there are at least 21 detention and torture centers around the capital, Bujumbura, which have been used to try to silence dissidents and people in the opposition in Burundi who have been standing up to Pierre Nkurunziza. Of course, all of this would be sort of okay if the country was economically doing well, but even on that count, Pierre Nkurunziza leaves a country in a poor state economically, with high unemployment, 65 to 75% of poverty, 65% of youth unemployment, and the organization Global Hunger, the Global Hunger Index, puts Burundi on a serious situation as far as food is concerned, saying that most people are finding it hard to make ends meet and get enough to eat in the country.
And Philip, it appears that the controversy caused during the life of Pierre Nkurunziza is continuing even after his death.
Well, that is true. And the main controversy at the moment is just what did he actually die of? There are rumors that he may have died of the coronavirus. That has got to be clarified by the government. They're supposed to come out with more clarification later today. Pierre Nkurunziza's wife, Denise, was taken to Kenya, where she's reported to have been suffering from coronavirus for treatment there. She's since come back to the country. But the president himself said that coronavirus would never come to Burundi because God had purified the air there. And that's why the elections went ahead last month, despite fears by the World Health Organization, which the president kicked out of the country, that would lead to the spread of coronavirus. So there are rumors that he may have died of that. And those rumors have been strengthened by the viewing of a respirator being taken to the hospital where the president was being held this week prior to his death. So there are rumors that he may have died of coronavirus. And the second one, of course, is just what will the new president do? Will he have any more be able to maneuver more freely now that Pierre Nkurunziza has gone? All of that we'll have to see when he's sworn into office, probably in August.